pretty pure evidence of how dumb I am. I mean, why do you try over and over and over again getting the same results? I don't know. But after 8 tries, I gave up network marketing for 7 years. But after 7 years, a friend of ours came to us and said, you might want to look at this. And it sounded good both to myself and my wife. And so we joined. And in that entire 40 years or so that had preceded that, in and out of a whole lot of network marketing companies, not one single time had I ever recruited a partner to our business. Most of the time the products are good enough that you can sell them, and I did. I did work as an attorney, so when prepaid legal services came around, I thought this is perfect for me. I can tell people why they need low-cost attorney services. And I was actually able to earn $1,000, $1,500 a month over a period of a couple of years with prepaid legal. But the credit card bill was higher than what I had earned from the travel, the hotels, the meals, etc. That was, I think, probably the last one before I gave it up for 7 years. And then jumped back in, and at the end of 1 month, I had 2 partners. Can you imagine how excited I was to have actually recruited 2 people to my team? And at the end of the 2nd month, I had 5. And at the end of the year, I had about 100 people in my downline. I had recruited 20 or 30 people. And I thought, this is great, except it really only translated into $800 or $900 a month, and I had almost quit 4 times in that first year. Because you don't change a person's life with $300 a month coming in. So this is just like all the rest of them, isn't it? But there was a particular guy that I still think the world of, probably half my age, but very much a mentor in multi-level marketing for me. And I would hear him talk and see his vision, and I would say, okay, I'll go another month or 2. And something good would happen. And so I'd go another 2 or 3 months, and then I'm thinking, I'm quitting. This is just the same old stuff. I'm oversimplifying a little, but you'll get the point. At the end of 1 year, I had 100 people. At the end of my 2nd year, I had 800. At the end of my 3rd year, I had 3,200. And at the end of 7 years, we had over 30,000 people in our downline. In all 50 states and territories. It was bringing in close to $60,000 a month, and I almost quit in that first year because I wasn't making more than $300 or $400 or $500 a month. Is there a moral to that story? Pepper ended with it. Don't ever quit. If you've not read the book Beach Money, get it and read it. Because the author of that book, Jordan Adler, jumped back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and finally understood that in order to make money with multi-level marketing, you need to get with a company and stay with it. So here he is, years later, making $1 million a month from a company that sends out cards to remind people of your services to them. And we're changing lives and saving lives and making lives better, and he's sending out cards. How much more do we have here than what that company has to share? One final thing, I really have a pet peeve. And that pet peeve is when I talk to somebody and they understand, they're agreeing with what I'm saying, and at the end of the thing they say, well, you know what? I sure can't sell it unless it works for me. Bet some of you all have said that. Let me try it. Because if it works, I'll be on fire. And if it doesn't work, I can't sell it. What that says to me in a simplified fashion is you do not understand the science. If you believe in the science, you do not have to have a personal experience with this. What's your issue? Diabetes? Uh-oh, I'm not supposed to say that word. Blood sugar issues? Is that your issue? Sorry about that, y'all. Get excited sometimes. And you start drinking this health signaling supplement, and that blood sugar issue diminishes and goes away. Now I can sell it. To whom? Just people with that same symptom. That's all. If that's what you're saying is I've got to have an experience before I can sell it, you've got to understand that if you follow that logically, you can only talk to the people that have the same symptoms. And that's crazy. If you believe the science, you don't have to have an experience. How do I know that? Alan Nobles, who for me when I came in, was the chief spokesperson for ASEA, has never had an experience, as far as I understand. Neither have I, 10 months later. But I did go to the doctor who drew blood 2 weeks after I started, and again, the same thing 3 months after I started. My A1C number went from 6.8 to 5.7, triglycerides from 141 to 93, good cholesterol up 18%, bad cholesterol down 17%. But without that blood work, I'd still be standing here saying, I don't have an experience because I don't feel it. You don't need an experience to get behind this product and offer it to people and see what it'll do for them. Those two things are my message. Don't ever quit, because you'll never find a company or opportunity better than this one. And number two, if you believe the science, you do not have to have a personal experience in order to go out and share what you know about it. That's all. Thank you.